Have you ever wondered how a small island in Europe came to rule over 1/4 of the planet? How did Britain rise from a modest kingdom to become the most powerful empire the world had ever seen? And what price did humanity pay for that power? Welcome to Battlefield Truths, where we uncover the real stories behind the world's greatest conflicts. Stay until the end, because this story, like the empire itself, doesn't end where you think it does. Our story begins in the late 16th century, while Spain and Portugal were already dominating the seas. England was just beginning to dream of empire, driven by ambition, piracy, and the promise of gold. Explorers like Francis Drake and Walter Raleigh set sail into the unknown. They weren't just searching for new lands, they were searching for power. Would you have dared to cross the oceans back then, knowing half the ships never returned? Tell me in the comments, would you have taken that risk for glory and gold? By the 17th and 18th centuries, Britain had learned the game of empire well. India, the Caribbean, North America, and Africa became key targets. The East India Company wasn't just a trading company, it was a private army, a government, and a symbol of British control. London grew rich, while millions of others paid the price. The British Empire was built not only on trade but on exploitation, slavery, and domination. Yet at the same time, it spread technology, infrastructure, and new systems of government across the world, a contradiction that still shapes our planet today. By the 19th century, the empire reached its height. They called it the empire on which the sun never sets. From Canada to Australia, from India to Africa, British rule touched every continent. Railways, telegraphs, and industrial power turned Britain into the workshop of the world. But was this empire truly benevolent, or simply efficient at controlling others? How should history remember an empire that built schools and bridges, yet destroyed entire cultures? Let's see what you think. Share your opinion in the comments. The early 20th century changed everything. 2 world wars drained Britain's power and spirit. The colonies began to rise up. India, Africa, and the Middle East all demanded freedom. And one by one, the jewels of the empire began to slip away. The world had changed. The United States and the Soviet Union emerged as the new superpowers. Britain, once the ruler of the seas, now had to find a new identity in a post-colonial world. Today, the British Empire no longer exists, but its legacy is everywhere. The English language, legal systems, railways, sports like cricket and football, reminders of a past that still lives on. But for many, that legacy is also a reminder of pain, resistance, and survival. So tell me, do you think the British Empire did more harm or more good to the world? What lessons can modern nations learn from its rise and fall? Leave your thoughts below. Your perspective matters in understanding history's truth. Empires rise and empires fall, but the stories they leave behind define who we are today. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Because here on Battlefield Truths, we tell the stories that shaped our world one truth at a time.